Greetings everyone and welcome to Divinity Original Sin 2. Now, this is going to be a co-op playthrough. Divinity Original Sin 2 is currently in early access on Steam and only a part of the campaign is available. The first act to be specific, and that will be around about 8 to 10 hours of gameplay depending on how thorough we are. I am joined by LadyShelab. Say hello.
Greetings everybody.
We are going to play through the first act in its entirety. I'm not sure if more of the acts will become available over time, but I do know that the game itself is aiming for a release in late 2017. So late next year, probably quarter 3, somewhere around there, we'll see the game go live and the full game will be there. I don't know how many acts are going to be in the game, but we will have the entirety of Act 1 to play through. With just a few caveats, there's one playable race that isn't in the game yet, and a couple of pre-built characters. But both LadyShelab and I are going to be making new characters to go through this. So we are going to hop off now to the character creation. We'll bring you along for that, though we'll probably be going through it fairly quickly rather than waiting over each possible character creation option, that sort of thing, so that we can get into the game as soon as possible. So we shall see you in a few moments.
See you in a minute. Hello everybody and welcome to the character selection screen. As you can see, we have a few things we can choose here. Gender, we can name our character, we can choose a different race. There's a few different races we can have. We've got their origin, or you can just have like a customizable character. This is just sort of a backstory that you can give to your characters.
Yeah, there's a couple of different origin characters already there. They have fairly fleshed out background stories, and that will come out in the game from what I understand. That sort of the sort of rich experiences that they've had in their past will kind of make their way into the story. But if you choose a custom character, you've got a lot of option over that character, but it's not going to have those kind of story tie-ins.
Okay, so I think with me, I'm going to play a female character. I need to go to custom first, don't I? There we go. And I am going to play a lizard. What are you going to play, Aavak?
I'm not sure yet. Now, there are human, elf, dwarf, and lizard, and each one has a pretty interesting characteristic. Well, the human is, as ever, the kind of everyman, the most populous race. They do have talents and things that they come with, and certain abilities. So, for example, humans have encourage, which buffs people, and so on and so forth. However, I mean, the lizards look amazing. They look really amazing.
I'm going to be a lizard.
I'm almost tempted. The dwarf has metamorph, which allows them to turn something into stone for a while. That's pretty interesting cool ability. But I'm really tempted to go with the elf. And the reason why I want to go with the elf is because his talents is corpse eater. These are the most dwarf fortress-like elves I've seen in any game that isn't Dwarf Fortress.
Cannibal elves.
Yeah. Elegant and long-lived, elves are skilled sorcerers. Memory is the keystone of elven culture. They can absorb memories by consuming the flesh of others. This is fantastic. These are the only elves I would probably consider ever playing, because I am... My heart is with the dwarves, thanks to Dwarf Fortress, but I'm tempted to. Cannibal elf, I think it'll be pretty fun. What can you tell us a little bit about the lizard race, Shelab?
I will, yes. Lizards are sophisticated, which means... Actually, I don't know whether the talents are slightly different, because when I was going through the talents, like for human, they didn't have the encourage and stuff like that, so I don't know whether they're slightly different between male and female, or between just randomly or something. I'm not sure. They
don't seem to be different between the elves, male and female.
Okay. Anyway, they have sophisticated as a talent, which increases intelligence by +2.
Okay.
So good for sorcerers and things like that, I guess. And they have spell song, so I get +1 in persuasion from spell song. And lizards of the ancient empire are cultured aristocrats, source adepts who follow rules of law. Outsiders see their society as elitists. Lizards see outsiders as servants.
Oh my lord, that's a bit nasty, but pretty funny. Then you can select your class. Or you can customize your class. Now, in the original game, that is Divinity Original Sin one, I guess, now. But you could just make a class, more or less. You could just decide what you wanted to make that class into. I'm not sure if we have that option here. Yes, we do. We do have that option. So we'd be able to go through and add points here and there if we wanted to. Select talents here and there if we wanted to. For the sake of brevity, we won't do that for this Let's Play, but that is something that you could do. You can really, really customize your character and make something very, very good.
Well, you would want to do that because you'd be like, trying to sort of, especially if you're a min-maxer.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I'll just go with one of the presets. I remember in the first game I made a custom character. I unfortunately didn't Let's Play that one, though I always wanted to. I made various plans. I wanted to do that one co-op as well, because this is the thing about the Divinity Original Sin games. I feel that multiplayer, it's instead of just being another mode that you can play it in, actually adds to the base game, adds to the experience of the game. I feel that this game is so much better experience as a multiplayer game than as a single player game, and there's not many games I would be willing to say that about.
I know.
Inquisitor looks kind of awesome. I would start with Mosquito Swarm, Bloodsucker, and Electric Discharge.
I think I'm going to be a cleric. I like doing healing, but I want to be like a more battle healer. There was 2 healing classes by the looks of it. Enchanter seems to have a bit of healing. Although you could make any class a healing class if you picked up the right stuff or if you sort of customized it. But the Enchanter looked like a very mage-like healer, and the cleric looks like a bit more of a battle-based healer.
But yeah, I'll go with the Oud. Let the round notes of this lute-like fretless instrument take the lead in the soundtrack during combat and important story moments. Oh, so that's actually pretty cool. So this is not so much the instrument our character's carrying around, but just the instrument that follows them. It's the soundtrack of their life. Yeah, okay, I'm down with an Oud.
I'm gonna have the flute, the Bansorai, I think it's called.
Okay.
Bansorai. I just like the sound of it.
All right. Well, let's accept and jump into the game.
Okay. Yes. You notice I have named my lizard Blue after
Honourable
Blue
Dallas,
out of Jurassic World.
Madam.
Okay.
We lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners
That
to
was an
Fort
awesome
Joy.
lizard.
We assume some escaped and broke their collars.
So we're shipwrecked.
Their vile magic lurked
Seems
in
it.
Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead.
I'm guessing we're not dead.
Yours faithfully, into eternity.
Be a very short game.
High
so.
Judge Orivand.
It would be a really rubbish game if we were dead to start with.
Well,
Unless
you never
it was
know.
like about the afterlife.
Yeah,
That could
maybe
be
we had to earn our life back. That would be pretty cool.
cool.
Hopefully everyone at home could hear that cutscene. I was trying to be a little bit quiet while they were talking. Very Sean Bean kind of accent there.
Yorkshire accent, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Source muted and wet. That's not so great.
Ooh.
New journal entry added. We got a journal? Journal.
If you see them in the Voidwoken, they made short, bloody work of our ship.
And that's you.
There's no telling if they're through with us yet.
Oh, I like your character. Very regal looking. Love the sort of like frills, the head frills.
Yes, I have awesome frills.
I too have kind of frills, but they're less awesome. Also, I am less tall.
For some reason, I have like a board on my back. Is that meant to be my shield? Because it's got some holes in it. It's pretty.
I have no
rubbish.
idea. I have absolutely no idea. But we've got a journal entry. Let's have a look at this. Aavak's journal, the collar. I am bound by a magical collar that cannot be removed. And then Fort Joy. I arrived at Fort Joy, a remote island where sorcerers are being interned by the Magisters of the Divine Order. Now, the sorcerers are sort of problem solvers of a mystic sort. In the first game, you'd send a sorcerer to deal with certain issues. But apparently, they've fallen out of grace. This is
Yep.
shocking. As ever.
What's the Divine Order, do you know?
No idea. We've discovered a
we'll find
waypoint, though. And looking on the map, I imagine it's just up the top. But as ever, I'm just going to search everything for loot.
Yeah.
Nothing in there. That's unfortunate.
You don't like loot very much, do you? You're just going to leave it
No,
alone.
I hate loot. I can't stand picking up loot. I never loot haul. Ever.
There's a boy down here. Shall I talk to him?
Give me a second. I am looting a spoon. And the skull. A skull and a spoon in a vase. I imagine that would have made a very
I
curious
imagine
meal.
that spoon's going to come in really handy later
Yep.
in the game.
100. Well, how else am I going to eat my soup? Without my spoon. I've now got a bowl that I can fashion out of this skull. All I need is the soup. Maybe this boy will help with that.
I don't think so.
I'm an elf.
He looks a bit like scrawny. I don't think he's got any soup.
He'd make an alright broth, I suppose. But, alright, let's have a chat. Alright. Now, if you want to
I can
watch the
listen as
chat...
well.
Yeah, there's like a little... I think it's like an ear icon, if
Yeah.
it's anything like the first game. You click on
Yeah,
that
it's
and you can
near.
watch it. The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you and his arms snap to his sides. I'm not supposed to talk to elves.
Yeah,
Oh,
skanky
really?
elves.
Just casual racism straight off. Oh.
Yep.
Right, I've got an option that is elf, I guess. Ask him why not. What has he heard about your kind? Or tell the kid to keep it to himself then, or take a leave. No, I'll ask him, what do you mean, don't talk to elves? Well, elves eat people and their pets.
They do.
Elves don't know the alphabet. What?
Yeah,
That's
you don't know the
harsh. Chuckle, tell him that he's heard mostly wrong. You'd never eat a pet, and you'd only eat a person if they asked you to. Smile. You know your kind are considered cannibals, but you didn't know illiterate had joined the list. Chant an elvish children's song about foolish human who tried to fight the sea. These are all interesting ones. I'm kind of... I'd never eat a pet, and I'd mostly only eat people if they ask me to. Child eyes go wide. This is the appropriate response. I'm glad. People ask you to eat them? Tell the child you can't explain an eon of elvish culture to him now. No. Nod. This is how elves share memories. Really? Neat. Oh wow, I've made a convert. Fantastic. I'm gonna see this guy later eating people.
Oh my goodness.
Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here? Say you must be, or you wouldn't be here. Ask if he thinks you look like a sorcerer, or not. You are, and by the looks of the collar around his neck, so is he. Ask if he thinks you look like a sorcerer. The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again. I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong, or crazy. Tell them that they may be wrong and crazy. Hee hee, maybe alright. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than inside. Ah, fair enough. Sorry about that, I had a bit of a sneeze. Right. Ask him if his parents know where he is. Say it isn't safe out here. Your ship was attacked by Voidwoken. Well, that's true, actually. Not far off this shore, in fact. I saw. I guess a lot of people died, but you didn't. Say you survived the
He doesn't
Voidwoken.
seem very, like, shocked by that or anything. He's just like,
No.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, why isn't he scared? Ask him why he doesn't seem scared. I guess I am, but it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary. Oh, I guess that is a very good point. Does his parents know where he is? They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. Maybe they're waiting for me, but...
So he's just completely desensitized to the danger now. He's just
Yeah.
like, I've seen it all before.
Also, if I know anything about anything with, like, locking magic people up, cured probably involves a pyre. And I don't think they're waiting for him at
Burn
home.
the witches.
Yeah. Well, we did survive the Voidwoken attack by the skin of our teeth. He should really find somewhere safe. There isn't anywhere safe. That's what I mean. You'll see. Oh, well, okay. Fair enough. Well, that was
Danger around
interesting.
every corner.
Indeed. I'm going to look for more spoons.
Okay.
I have
You
not
picked up
found
my name.
spoons, but I found
Why
some
would
sort
you
of...
need more? You should give me if there's any other spoons, because why would you need two?
Maybe I want to eat my soup twice as fast.
Maybe I wouldn't get any soup then, and I would be really hungry, and you'd be sat there with your two spoons.
Look, if I give you a spoon, you're going to start calling me your servant. The next thing you'll know, you'll be expecting me to ladle the soup into your mouth. This is not where I'm...
This is...
No.
But this is what you're for, isn't it?
I would threaten to eat you, but I'm not sure I want your memories. Right, Voidwoken.
my
Those are the
memory's
same beasts
terrible,
that
so-
sank our ship. Damn, they made it to shore. Oh, okay. Oh, we're already in a fight. Wow.
Oops. I didn't mean to go quite that far forward.
You.
Oh.
Okay, you're getting beaten up.
I'm getting beaten
Take
up
that.
by the bug.
That's what you get.
I'm gonna set him on fire. I think. Oh, tutorial, go away.
What the
Rah.
Dickens just happened there? I was noting the fact that there is an online chat, and I hadn't realized that, but in the bottom it's like global chat, so I just closed that for the sake of it. But yeah, that's interesting. I didn't even realize there'd be something like that. But well done. You set him on fire. Now, this is something that I really, really, really like about Divinity Original Sin, and I hope it's still in this game, is that effects can stack. So, for example, if there's wetness on the ground and you hit them with electricity, it'll jump along the puddle and hit everyone in the puddle and so on and so forth. It's really quite cool.
There's some nice explosions with things like oil and fire and stuff like that, don't you?
In fact, blood cloud can be electrified. Yeah, that fire turned part of this pool of blood into a cloud.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
That is awesome.
Can we make the cloud explode?
I'm not sure. I know that
I'm
like poison clouds with fire would explode, but I'm not sure if blood clouds will.
Yeah, I can still do something else, I think.
Yeah.
Decaying touch, and then I can turn healing into damage.
Okay. Have you done it?
I'm trying to see if I can heal, but I don't think I can. I think I've got... I think it was done, yeah. Then if I heal it... Oh, hang on. It didn't seem to... Okay, I don't know whether I did that one right.
We'll see if he starts stacking damage when the regeneration effect hits him. And that one is now on fire, which is good. Right,
Yay.
Combat in Original Sin 2 is played in rounds. Everything you do in combat costs action points, which you receive each round. Your turn ends when you have no more AP left. And I started with 4. The order of portraits, very, very normal stuff this. I can get over there for 3 AP. I can use this for 2. But it jumps between targets and you're all clustered together. Flesh, sacrifice, receive 1 AP. Well, I could head down there and try and get around this rock so I can attack these guys. Now, as this particular class, it looks like I've got wands. I've got 2 air wands, okay. And I can attack them for 2 AP. Nice and easy.
I think that maybe
sure.
the rot on that one didn't take properly.
The only issue with doing this is I'm very worried that I'm going to hit you with it.
Ah, don't worry. I can heal myself.
Did it hit you? No. Yes, it did. It did actually hit you for a little bit of damage, but didn't stun you.
That's good.
Okay, you're flanked though, which is not a good situation to be in.
Not
Defense
really.
rating is reduced.
Battle stomp.
Okay.
You didn't do an awful lot.
Have you got to like apply it?
I've got to apply it.
Oh wow,
That's
nice.
pretty cool.
Immunity,
backs
immune to
now.
disease. They're knocked down. Not quite sure what knocked down does, but
Do some damage to that one as well. I think I can do one more. I need 2 AP to attack, so I'll end my turn.
okay.
If it's anything like the last one, your unused AP stacks for the next turn.
Yeah, you usually carry it over to the next turn. Oh, one died straight up from the burning.
Oh, cool.
The other one is regenerating though.
Yeah, sorry about that. I completely
No,
messed that
don't
one
worry
up.
about it. I'm just having a look at what I can do. I can inflict bleeding, and also I would gain some stuff back, I guess.
I think I need to hover over them to check that that the what's it called, the decaying touch has gone on to
There
them.
we are. I got rid of their regeneration with bleeding.
Cool.
It looks like bleeding just took it away. It didn't give bleeding, but it removed regeneration, which is useful.
I need to hover over them and make sure they've got the decay effect on them before.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry I stunned you there. Now, to explain what just happened, I shot air charges at the creature, but I did so much damage I caused him to bleed, and the blood splatter went onto LadyShelab's character, who was then stood in a puddle of electrified blood, so the electricity just arced up her and then stunned her. That's what I love about this game. The way the effects interact with each other is amazing. Right, we can chat.
You've got like a physical armor sort of shield before you start going into your health damage.
Oh, that's cool.
There's like a grey bar above your red bar.
Yeah, that would make sense. You have got a shield after all. Right, I'm going to chat with you. Or I could pickpocket you. There's also always that.
No,
or I could examine you.
I don't even have any stuff.
You got a shield. I don't have a shield. Right. Grimacing at the dead creatures, and I suggest that these must have been what attacked our ship.
Okay, I can nod and say good riddance. A lot of people died because of the beasts. I can say I want to get out of here before any more things show up. Or I can shrug and say they're just animals. I'm going to say good riddance, and a lot of people died because of these beasts.
Right, I've got an option. Say that it seems so, no matter, so long as the damn beasts are dead, or comment that this is no time to linger. More of these things could still show up. Or declare that they didn't put up much of a fight. Dry land mustn't suit them. I'll go with option 3. Now, you might wonder, well, is there much point in talking amongst yourselves? There is quite often. In Original Sin 1, whether you're playing in multiplayer or not, in multiplayer, the other person gets to choose the dialogue response. In single player, it's still worth doing because you can pick up character traits by the way you act. It's not just fluff.
Yeah.
If you pick particularly mean options, then your character will become a mean character. And likewise, if you pick like astute options or sort of
it gives you bonuses, doesn't it? Like
yeah, then they'll give bonuses to
combat
different
things.
sort of things based on your kind of character's personality that develops as a result of the options you pick. They didn't put up much of a fight, I don't think. Dry land mustn't suit them. And that's the end of this dialogue. All right.
You did more damage to me than they did.
Oops. That's kind of bad. Oh, there's a tremor grenade here. And a cup! Yes! I approve. I want this cup.
Aavak's tableware collection is expanding.
However, you may have the grenade if you want.
Okay, thank you.
Since it seemed like you were not a very long-range fighter there. That's on the viscous voidling. Or vicious. I think it's vicious, I'm not sure. Might be viscous, who knows? Another resurrection scroll. Do you have a resurrection scroll by any chance?
Yes, I do already.
Okay.
I had started with one. It is
nothing in the
viscous.
barrel. Viscous. Ah, good. Good. I didn't make a fool of myself. Except when I then started second-guessing myself. I guess I made a bit of a fool of myself then, but, well, take the good with the bad, I suppose. There's a shell. All of these shells. What do these shells do then? Oh, that's quite nice.
Well, you can listen into them and you can hear the sea.
So sarky. But I can actually see what's in your bag, which is pretty cool. I can also
Stop
give you
looking
some
at my
things.
bag. You should never look at...
Wow, okay. Fair enough. I'm gonna use the backpack that we've got to move some things around. I'm actually gonna keep this apple on my hotbar though. Might come in handy. I'll also keep
I
that
lowered
there
myself and picked up some shells off the floor.
too. I noticed them dropping into your bag. But if this is anything like the first game, there will be crafting options, and you can actually make some really good gear out of the crafting. You can still buy stuff, but I have no idea what these shells do, and I'm really wanting to know. So
You can make some shell mail bikinis.
please tell me that isn't so. Right, shell water resistance +5. Oh, 6 turns. Okay, I guess that's useful.
I already looked in there. There's nothing in there.
Oh, you looted them all.
I didn't see the one behind though.
This
You're
is
just
what
better
happens.
looting than me.
I take my eyes off Sheila for a second, and she loots all of the good stuff. Anything out here? No. Okay, well, let's continue on down the line. Ah, I'm wet. Straight to...
There's a red dude.
Is he a good
He
red
must be
dude
my
or a bad
enemy.
red dude?
He must be my enemy because I'm blue and he's from a red clan or something.
Well, given that, then, I think it's only right that you talk to him.
Oh, okay.
Also, you're both
Be
lizards.
gone, enemy. What's up?
You're both lizards.
Okay.
Probably just think I was a
maybe
servant.
He would not speak to you. You are a servant. Okay, so you spot. Are you listening?
Yep.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright blood-red colour. Never before have you seen a lizard such as this. And that's saying something because I'm a lizard too, so I must have seen lots of lizards.
Well, one would assume.
Unless I was like some outcast lizard or something. But I don't think I was because I was a noble. Okay, we saw that in character creation.
Okay.
Right. I could greet him with a pretty phrase, you're pleased to make his acquaintance. I can casually remark that he should find a place in the shade. Looks like he's been standing in the sun for far too long. Or gleefully sneak up on him with the intention of pushing him into the sea.
I know which one I would pick.
Pushing him into the sea?
I'm not going to confirm or deny that statement.
Should we try and push him into the sea?
No.
Do you think this will end well?
Probably not. How would two noble people meet?
I probably wouldn't push him into the sea.
There we go.
I would probably greet him with a pretty phrase. But I so wanted to push him into the sea.
Do what you want. Don't let me tell you your characters.
I'm gonna be true to my characters, true to her backstory, and I'm going to greet him with a pretty phrase. So, the lizard turns towards you with the graceful ease of a dancer or a duelist. He looks you up and down with a less than impressed expression.
You said the wrong pretty phrase.
Oh. I should have paid more attention in my lizard elocution lessons. Okay. Continue. I'd be pleased to make my acquaintance too, for I've yet to meet a soul on this damnable isle worthy of the honour.
Wow.
Oh, you're a bit full of yourself, aren't you?
He is. You're also a little bit quiet, Sheila. Have you leaned away from your mic?
Maybe. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to be a bit closer now. Are you worthy of the honour? I rather fancy I'll find the answer meandering towards a two-lettered negative.
Wow.
That's a very long way of saying no.
Yeah, it is. Meandering way of saying no, one could say.
Say you're intrigued by the colour of his skin. This is the first time you've ever seen a red lizard. Or notice that he seems to be quite alone. Did he ever consider looking for companionship?
Ooh,
I'm going to say I'm intrigued by the colour of his skin. He might think that's rude, but I don't care.
Okay.
I've never seen a red lizard before.
Well, you might think that you're asking him if he wants to go to bed, the other one. I mean, you are both lizards.
That's because I'm the only one. They call me the Red Prince, spouse of the sun. They say that when I was born, the sun didn't set for 7 days. So enamoured was she with little red me.
It's just as well you didn't ask him to go to bed. He's already betrothed to another.
He is very full of himself, isn't he?
Yes.
When I was born, the sun didn't set for 7 days because I was so awesome.
Unless it actually didn't set for 7 days, which is just completely fair to bring that up.
Yeah, I'd probably tell that story too if that happened at my birth. But it didn't. Be that as it may, I fancy I was rather lucky to be born a prince. It made them celebrate my uniqueness. Had I been common born, they might have drowned me in a well. I'll ask if perhaps it was his birthright he was contemplating, a matter of life and death it seems. Not quite, no. One doesn't usually ponder what one takes for granted. Life and death, though. Life and death. I don't know why I would even tell you this, but at this precise, this defining moment in time, I'm quite beyond the vanities that would otherwise impede me. I find my mind wandering along the warlike frontier of suicide, you see. To scale it, or not to scale it. That is my conundrum.
I could tell what you wanted to end that sentence with. I was feeling that way as well. That is the question. But he waxes quite poetic.
He does. Go on a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes. I can express horror and outrage and say suicide can never be a solution, or I can say that it is regrettable that circumstances have brought him so low, or I can remark that I could always lend him a hand should courage fail.
Again, I'm not going to tell you what you should pick. I'm interested to see what your character is.
My character's likely RP response is going to be to say it's regrettable that circumstances have brought him so low, so I'm going to choose that.
Okay.
As tempting as some of the other options are. You could roleplay some pretty cool characters in this with some of the options you're given. It's pretty good. Regrettable indeed. The word smacks of pity. I seek no such thing. Circumstances can't be helped, but no matter. I am still a prince, and I still have my honour. I can say he's free to do with his honour as he pleases farewell, but I'm not going to choose that option. I'm going to say I disagree. Circumstances can always be helped. Why doesn't he join us? And we intend to escape from this isle.
I'm glad you included me in that escape plan.
Oh, you are a servant. I'm going to need one when I get back.
I swear I will stab you to death in your sleep with my spoons.
And then eat my corpse.
No, I'll just tip it over the side. Don't want your memories. We've already established this.
We have, I suppose. Escape, I had not considered the option, being neither avian nor amphibian in nature. So you're saying you can't fly or swim away, I guess. The prospect would please me, I admit, my alternative being rather dour. But tell me, why would I cast in my lot with you, sister? Say that you'll make it back home or die trying. If he sticks with you, he'll have that chance too, or I can change my mind and say perhaps that I'll be better off without him.
It's a bit harsh.
I'm gonna tell him that we can make it back home. Home? I do not think there is any such thing, and yet, to see, perhaps to touch, if for one final time. And then the narrator, says, the lizard's eyes, soft as the sea, just a moment ago, turned to stone. Cold, determined, unyielding. Home! Oh, the prince is back. Home, you've convinced me. Let's go.
Hooray!
Conversation, so we have a new follower.
Right, now, that little, hinge, if it's anything like the first one, which had, chains, probably means that that's now basically attached to Shelab's character, and we'll follow her around, and if she brings up her character... Oh, actually, I can see what's in the Red Prince's bag. He's got bottled Inferno.
Yeah, we can pull the characters apart and rearrange them, I think, as well. So if you wanted him to follow you around, you could have him.
And shells just give plus 5% water resistance, it seems, for 8 rounds. So that'll be useful if we come up against anything which has any particular water abilities. But no, it makes sense for the lizards to stick together. You can have them together. It looks like
you could try. I don't know, because I can't attach him to you. I don't know if you can attach him to you, or whether he can only attach to me, or what.
No. Oh, there you are. You've
I
linked
can attach him to me.
Yeah. It looks like there's going to be 4 characters, and that was true in the first game as well. Though in the first game, you could only have 2-player co-op. It's just you could either be single player and you controlling a party of up to 4 people, 2-player where again a party of 4 people, but you could assign them to each person however you wanted. One person could have 2 people following them, and the person who I think they're controlled by the person they follow, and so on and so forth. Yeah. And in this, you can actually have up to 4 players in co-op. So that if there were 3 of us playing, then now each one of us would be controlling a different character. And that's a really big improvement. There was a mod for the first game that would allow all 4 players to be used that way, but it was just a mod. And it was a little bit glitchy at times as well. Do pick up the shells, though, Shelab.
Will do.
Because they'll be useful if we fight any water enemies.
I was just thinking we've been going for a little while now, so it's maybe time for
Penny button mushroom.
the end of the episode.
Sure, let's walk around a little bit more, though.
Bit more walking.
Just to get a little bit more done in the first episode, because we had a fair bit of time with the character creation.
Took a little while, didn't it?
Yeah. A black cat crosses my path. Bad luck for you, black cat. Okay, new information was added to your log. Press L to access it. Let me.
They're a bad omen.
Let me just check this out. Attacked by voidlings. Map. I have no idea. Okay, I'm going to talk with the black cat. The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity. You don't understand a word of this animal is saying. If you had the pet pal talent, you could have had a meaningful conversation. Now, that's one of the things that I liked in the first game when I custom created my class, is I gave him the ability to talk with animals. That was actually pretty cool. Because there's some hilarious dialogue with animals in the first game. Absolutely amazing dialogue with some animals in the first game. Its eyes clear and it shakes its head, confused. Oh, well, that's a bit of a shame. Okay, well, moving on then. Meow to you too. You have pet pal?
Yep.
Oh, go ahead and talk with her then.
Let me just get rid of all my options and things. Okay. Oh, I thought I did have it. Maybe it's grayed out then.
Just click on continue. Oh. Oh,
Sorry about that. I thought I did, but I did not.
No worries. Let's move on. See what else we can see. Well, what's this I've spotted? Perception, traps, and secrets. Something hidden has been revealed. The higher your wits, the more likely you are to read traps and secrets.
Oh, well done. So stop us walking through a trap.
I don't have the right tool for digging. The dirt here appears to be freshly dug. If you have a shovel, or if you happen to be a lizard, you can dig here and check for buried treasure. Ah, fantastic!
I happen to be a lizard, and
Crack on.
I have awesome claws. Although I should really be getting a servant to do this for me.
Oh dear.
Oh,
You have awoken the dead.
well that wasn't very good, was it?
No. Freshly buried corpse.
You could eat him.
I don't want to eat a freshly buried corpse. That's...
It's fresh.
I was
have
just
to
wondering,
remember.
maybe the Red Prince has pet pal. We should have a look at that
We
at
should
some
check,
point.
actually, yeah.
Right, I don't want to be stood on the water, because if I use my ability, then that would my electrocute, that would splash.
The
So
Red
I'll
Prince
just...
is on the water at the moment.
Oh dear, did I just... No, I did a bit of damage. There we go. I don't have enough AP anymore, so I'll just end my turn.
Okay.
Party turn.
Okay, the red... I'm just looking at what the Red Prince can do, because he's got some slightly different... he's got the Dragon's Blaze as well, and he also has a Fortify ability.
Be wary of using Dragon's Blaze while you're stood in a puddle,
Battle
because the heat will
Storm.
turn the water to steam, and the steam will hurt. Oh, very nice. Oh, it's got poison blood, of course. Don't walk on the poison if you can avoid it.
Okay.
There we go.
Nearly down.
He was knocked down. Tactical view. If too many enemies are concentrated in a small space, you can press O to get a top-down view. Change combat highlights and
That's
game
good.
options to increase combat clarity. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's actually a lot easier to see. Right, let's go. Well, you know what? He hasn't got that much life. I can just finish him off with just regular attacks.
Well done.
There we go.
See, we've got 100 EXP that we would not have got if I had not dug that mound.
Indeed. See if the Red Prince has the ability to talk to the cat.
I'll have that gold, thank you. Yeah, cool. I'll have a look. Oh, yeah, that must have been what I was looking at. No, hang on. Hothead, Sophisticated, and Spell Song. And he's got Opportunity, Sophisticated, and Spell Song as well. So no, the talents are all greyed out.
No worries.
You can get them, I imagine.
Yeah, I think you can pick them up after the fact, though. Actually, talent might be set, because I remember there was something that you had from character creation, and then all skills you could just pick up over time.
It looks to me like there's some that have got a red sort of text on them that you need certain prerequisites for, but the others it looks like you can maybe pick them up at some point.
Okay.
I don't know whether maybe on level up or something.
Some sort of bridge over here with a sleeping roll, with a bed roll on it. I may have
let's
wandered a
go
little
have a
bit too
look.
far for you to find me. I'll just come back down again. Just this away.
I found you. Sorry, I was just checking out his inventory and everything.
There's bedroll. Ooh, a shovel. I guess that would be useful if you weren't a lizard.
If you weren't a lizard.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's one I'm keeping for myself.
One less thing I have to carry around.
We've lit the
I
fire.
have shovel hands.
Oh, found a lemon. And some
Did
gold.
you find a lemon in the fire?
No, in the sack.
Oh.
I imagine you can just kind of sleep on the bed. Let's see. Ah, that's nice. This is actually quite pleasant. I'm being followed by a cat.
Servant.
I will make a soup out of you. Only I won't. I'll make a soup out of the Red Prince. But that's going to be it, I think. We got another fight in, and we have got a fair bit of exploring to do. Lots of things to discover. Also want to find out why this cat is following me. I need someone who can talk to cats. If you happen to be that someone, then do let me know in the comments. You know, I would like your full CV, of course, and references. But that will be it from us. We will be returning in the next episode to hopefully catch sight of the main quest line. I mean, in the first game as well, we ended up on, the characters all ended up on, like, a shore after being shipwrecked or something along those lines. No, actually, you got dropped off on the shore. And you just, the beach was kind of a tutorial area, and it seems very much like this is the case. So hopefully in the next episode, we'll be out of the tutorial and in the game proper.
That's a good excuse to get, give you nothing, isn't it? Like, oh, you're shipwrecked. you have none of your equipment. It's a good plot device for that, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose that is quite true. But thank you very much for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed, and will be joining us for the next. But until then, take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone.